Over the past few weeks, the entire crypto market has rallied to record highs. Bitcoin surpassed $73,000 per coin, Ethereum broke through $4,100 per coin, and many meme coins made millionaires basically overnight. And now that we're finally starting to see a bit of a correction happen, everyone's saying that the bull market's over, that crypto's over, that Bitcoin's going to crash at $10,000 per coin. In today's video, I want to talk about exactly what's going on and what you need to be aware of as an investor. So if we're looking at the overall crypto market right now, we have seen that Bitcoin rallied to over $73,000 per coin. And in our last few videos, I had been saying, look, we had been in extreme greed. We had seen nearly 8 weeks in a row of green candles for the overall crypto market. And it was about time that we saw a correction. I had said this in our top 3 altcoin videos to buy in 2024. I said this in our previous video. I said, look, nothing goes up forever, and we are bound to see a correction happen. We had drew this line in right here saying, look, that acted as a key resistance. It was the all-time previous record high in the last bull market, and exactly what we had predicted happened for Bitcoin. We saw it bounce off of this level. It actually did break through it, but it was rejected at this level, and now we're trading in between this support of right around $60,000, $61,000 per coin, and the resistance of $68,800. But the thing is, right now for the crypto market, some of the key signs that you can look for in this coming bull market, what's going on in the next few months, is that whenever you start to see meme coins, like there's a meme coin called Slurf that had higher trading volume than all of Ethereum in a single day. This was a brand new Solana meme coin that had over $2.7 billion in volume, trading volume, in a 24-hour period. That was more than all of the Ethereum blockchain. So when you start to see things like that happen, that's a sign that, look, the market's a bit frothy. We're going to see a correction happen. And like I said, nothing is going to go straight up forever. So this was one of many signs. Like that was a sign. Also just being in extreme greed, nearly at 90 is a sign. Those are things that you could look at moving forward as signs to potentially take some profit. But if we're looking at what's going on right now, why I would say, look, this is just a correction. Nothing to be worried about in the big scheme of things for Bitcoin, and we are still on our way to reaching $100,000, potentially even $200,000 per coin for Bitcoin. I wanted to quickly interrupt today's video to bring you a word from our channel partner, MarkX. MarkX is a cryptocurrency exchange that I've used for years. I talked about them back in 2021, and I've consistently used this platform over the years for my leveraged crypto trading because they offer up to 100x leverage for Bitcoin. On top of this, the thing I really love about this platform is that it is extremely simple and easy to use. Not only does it have a simple design, but also they don't require KYC, so it's easy to get started. You can just go ahead, sign up with an email address, password, and you're ultimately good to go. Another great feature which I really like is called the price manipulation feature, which ultimately allows you as a trader to escape market maker manipulation. You're not going to see any of those scam wicks that are going to liquidate your account. So this is something that is really cool. So if you go ahead and sign up, you get your normal $50 bonus for signing up. But also, when you go ahead and deposit $100 or more, you receive an additional $50 bonus. That's a total of $100. On top of this, if you go ahead and use my code WRUBEL, you're going to go ahead and get a 20% deposit bonus. Ultimately, this is going to be used to cover any of your fees, and this is beneficial if you're going to be trading a lot on the platform. So go ahead, check out MarkX, use the code WRUBEL, and get 20% additional on top of your typical deposit bonuses. Anyways, let's get back to the program. Is that if you're looking at this in particular, which is with Google Trends, Bitcoin search results on Google Trends worldwide did spike a bit in the last few weeks. We've seen it reach its all-time, this yearly high for people searching Bitcoin on Google. That makes sense, though. Whenever Bitcoin reaches record highs, a lot of new people want to get into the market. People are telling their friends. It makes sense that it reached it here. But the reason why I would say, look, there's nothing to worry about is if you're looking in the last 5 years, looking at previous market cycles, we're nowhere near the top because in previous market cycles, the search results for Bitcoin, so many more people were searching about Bitcoin and interested in investing in it. Coinbase was #1 on the App Store, and we haven't seen that happen yet. So yes, we have seen a nice little rally. We started to see that bit of FOMO take place, but still we're nowhere near those record highs for this bull market because we're going to start to see us get at least above 75 for interest over time when people are searching Bitcoin on Google. This is one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about, but it is a pretty good indicator indicator because it indicates retail investor interest. Next thing I want to go over is going to be with what's going on with spot Bitcoin ETFs, because we've seen with spot Bitcoin ETFs that the other day, March 18th, was a record high in terms of outflows from spot Bitcoin ETFs. Everyone's saying that this is a sign that institutions are going to start dumping their positions and we're going to start seeing them sell off everything, but that's really not the case. You can see that we had seen record high days in terms of inflows, like week after week and day after day, but we finally saw a bit of a correction happen. So again, it's not out of the ordinary to see outflows, corrections. Everything is not going to go straight up forever. And like just 4 days before that, we saw a record high of over $1 billion of inflows into spot Bitcoin ETFs. So it's not like every single spot Bitcoin ETF product had outflows. Really, it was just Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. You could see like BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF had over $400 million of inflows. So again, these are just normal corrections that happen in the market. Moving forward, let's talk a little bit about altcoins, because recently I did invest in an altcoin called Zkasino, and they just announced on Twitter earlier in the day that they're happy to announce they've closed their Series A at a $350 million valuation with MEXC, Big Brain VC, Trading X, Pentashi, and a few others as notable investors. So that is a really big deal because MEXC is one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, and this project has seen massive growth in its bridge. Recently, they launched their bridge. I personally did bridge around 25 ETH, so it's around $80,000, and by bridging your Ethereum onto Zkasino's bridge, which they just launched about 72 hours ago, you consistently earn Zcash token, their native ecosystem token. This happens every single second. You keep accumulating tokens, and the way that their bridge works is ultimately you bridge your ETH to get ready for the Zkasino chain to launch, which is supposed to happen in the next month or so. You earn Zcash tokens, and then when it goes live, you get returned all of your ETH, and you also receive the Zcash, the native ecosystem token. That is exactly how a bridge works. So when people are bridging this ETH, it's basically just a way to earn some interest on their ETH over the next month or so until Zkasino's chain is officially live. So that's something that's pretty cool and something that is really interesting because Rollbit was a project that launched a little while back. They saw a nearly $1 billion market cap, a lot of attention, and Zkasino has been growing even faster than Rollbit ever has. So that's something just to keep an eye out on, because seeing all this interest, seeing all these major accounts post about it is something that is definitely, makes me even more bullish than I already was. Last thing I do want to go over is going to be with what happened on Bitmex, because recently a Bitmex whale sold around 400 Bitcoin in around a 2-hour window, and this caused Bitcoin's price to tank to 8.9 thousand during this sell-off on Bitmex. A lot of people are saying that this is a sign that, look, whales are selling, you should get out of the market, but one entity selling 400 Bitcoin is not like every single whale selling. If you look at over the last month or so, and we talked about this over on Twitter, but you can see that institutions and whales have actually accumulated hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. If we go and scroll down a little bit, you can see I posted about this yesterday, where whales that have over 100 Bitcoin in their wallet. So between, either over 100 and over 1,000. If you combine those two, they've purchased an additional 328,000 Bitcoin in just 30 days. So seeing one random account sell 400 Bitcoin should not be something that is too concerning for anyone when, if you're looking at the big picture, well, we have seen over 328,000 Bitcoin bought. So whenever you see all these narratives, all these stories in the market, it's always important to just zoom out, see what the big picture is in crypto, because ultimately what we've seen is over the last few months and really last year now, we've seen Bitcoin go from $15,000 per coin to over $70,000 per coin. We've seen in the last 2 months that we've had nearly 8 weeks in a row of green weekly candles. So it's about time that we would see a bit of a correction. In addition to this, if you're looking at what's going on with just whales, when you see one story about a whale account selling, you have to look at what's going on with whales in general. And you can see that overall in the last 30 days, whales have accumulated 328,000 Bitcoin. So for people who are saying this bull market is over, it's time to sell that really isn't the case. We haven't even seen the Bitcoin halving happen, and things are still looking extremely bullish for Bitcoin.